I buy Bitcoin and I hold Bitcoin.
You buy Bitcoin?
Oh, yes.
You have Bitcoin?
I do.
How much Bitcoin do you have?
Well, I only have, I think, 5 Bitcoin.
Do you envisage the day when I can go to my broker and say, right, buy me X number of stablecoin and keep it in my account?
How we implement regulations at the SEC is crucial. It's one thing to write a regulation, quite another for it to achieve its intended goals.
One of the core things that was added in a manager's amendment to the Genius Act in the Senate is self-custody. And really, if you can't keep your own coins, if you can't hold your own.
Or in a different way, you start to see network structure. So out of that, we create a logo called the Triskelion.
It's not important for me, it's important for the country. This is the greatest bill that will ever, I think it's the most important bill this country just about has ever done.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all of them empty.
What's up, good glitches? Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to Let It Up. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We got XRP currently right around $2.35. We got breaking in case you missed it yesterday. The Genius Act has passed with a 66-32 vote. Giga bullish, extra bullish for XRP.
The ayes are 66 and the nays are 32. The motion is agreed to. The majority leader.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent.
Cointelegraph breaking, the Genius Act has passed. Motion to invoke. So it begins. Regulation jar molasses is bursting open. Brad Garland House headed to DC to champion sensible pro-crypto legislation around stablecoins and market structure, and I'm very encouraged to see our elected officials looking at crypto as it should be, a multi-chain industry. That said, Senator Lummis, as the chair of the Digital Asset Subcommittee, canceled a meeting with me and won't reschedule as a leader in Congress and senator from one of the most crypto-friendly states, Wyoming. I hope you will reconsider and be a leader for all of crypto. I invite you to join me on X Space anytime or a live convo on stage at one of the many events we cross paths at to talk about how to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world, as it's the goal of Trump administration. I will continue to do everything possible to support that goal. Senator Lummis, you still there? Riz XRP, the payment system is there. Ripple, we just need to get a legal framework for it to thrive here in America. All roads lead to the bridge.
Do you envisage the day when I can go to my broker and say, right, buy me X number of stablecoin and keep it in my account?
Absolutely. You'll be able to do that almost instantaneously. And again, the payment system is there. We just need to give a legal framework for it to thrive here in America. Otherwise, we'll see what's been happening. It's going to keep moving offshore. This is a better way for us to protect consumers, and it's certainly a better way for us to make certain that America remains the hotbed of competition and innovation in this space.
And it seems to me that that would be this is a big win for the crypto business, but I'm surprised to see Bitcoin and Ethereum actually losing a little ground today. But Santa, no, go ahead, sir.
No, I was going to say, if you think about it, this is great for dollar dominance as well. That we've seen a slight erosion, but this is going to make certain that the dollar is the currency of choice around the world, because that's where all the digital trading is going to go. And again, enhancing the demand for treasuries helps us, particularly at a time when we're trying to work this deficit down.
I think I got it. Santa Haggerty, thanks so much for joining us.
CoinDesk exclusive, StratusX debuted its Singapore dollar peg stablecoin XSGD on the XRP ledger to meet the rising demand for regulated multi-chain digital assets and cross-border payments. X marks the spot. Subject views. SEC Chair Paul Atkins, a key priority of my chairmanship would be to develop a rational regulatory framework for crypto asset markets that establishes clear rules of the road for the issuance, custody, and trading of crypto assets.
How we implement regulations at the SEC is crucial. It's one thing to write a regulation, quite another for it to achieve its intended goal. Regulation should be smart, effective, and appropriately tailored within the confines of our statutory authority. A key priority of my chairmanship will be to develop a rational regulatory framework for crypto asset markets that establishes clear rules of the road for the issuance, custody, and trading of crypto assets while continuing to discourage bad actors from violating the law. Clear rules of the road are necessary for investor protection against fraud. Policymaking will be done through notice and comment rulemaking, not through regulation by enforcement. The Commission will utilize its existing authorities to set fit-for-purpose standards for market participants.
Bank XRP stablecoin law must safeguard self-custody and unrestricted peer-to-peer transactions.
One of the core things that was added in a manager's amendment to the Genius Act in the Senate is self-custody. And really, if you can't keep your own coins, if you can't hold your own custody, you really just change who the intermediaries are. It doesn't really change the market much. So self-custody is really what allows permissionless peer-to-peer transactions. Without that, it really is just kind of a different back-end mechanism. And so I think it's really essential that that provision has made it into the Senate version, and it needs to make it to the House.
Blockchain Daily News, breaking news. Trump says one big beautiful bill is the biggest tax regulation reduction in history, tax-free on XRP.
It's not important for me, it's important for the country. This is the greatest bill that will ever, I think it's the most important bill this country just about has ever done in terms of size and scope. That's why we call it the great, big, beautiful deal. I mean, it really is. The bill is, I think it's going to be one of the most important. It's the biggest tax reduction in history, biggest regulation reduction in history. Incredible for Medicaid, Medicare. The only thing, we're going to leave it exactly as it was, other than for obviously waste, fraud, and abuse. We're strengthening it. We're going to make these things even stronger. The Democrats are going to destroy Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. And we're going to keep them, but even make them stronger.
Pumpiest, the real reason why Senator Cynthia Lummis counseled the meeting of the Ripple CEO. In short, she's a Bitcoin maxi. She owns 5 BTC, bought at 300 each in 2013. She also said she wants people to hold Bitcoin for retirement. So here's the real question. Is she protecting public interest or her own baggie?
And Lummis practices what she preaches. She's an investor in Bitcoin as well.
I buy Bitcoin and I hold Bitcoin.
You buy Bitcoin?
Oh, yes.
You have Bitcoin?
I do.
How much Bitcoin do you have?
Well, I only have, I think, 5 Bitcoin.
So only 5 Bitcoin, but she bought them in 2013 for about $300 each. So she can now add a couple of zeros to that number. And Wyoming is in the process of setting up its own crypto banking system that Lummis hopes will become a model for other states as well.
We got Masari say to the XRP Ledger Q1 RLUSD closed Q1 with a 44.2 million market cap on the XRP Ledger. Daily active addresses up 142%, average daily CLOB volume 74%, RLUSD market cap up 304%. Key update, Ripple acquires global prime broker Hidden Road, positioning XRP Ledger for institutional adoption and expanded DeFi capabilities. Institutions, banks on their way to pump our bags up. Sentiment feed, Bitcoin, Trump, Abe, Anchor, USDT coin, and XRP lead the top trending token discussions. XRP, extensive discussions about its role as the digital asset for cross-border payments via Ripple's on-demand liquidity service, adoption by banks, and the impact of Ripple's legal challenges, the launch of XRP futures traded on CME with significant volumes, institutional interest, regulatory updates, and speculation about XRP ETFs have been increased attention. There's also discussions on the introduction of the XSGD stablecoin on the XRP ledger, Ripple's expansion efforts in payments and financing, competitive bids involving Ripple and Coinbase. Welcome to the internet of value. The transformation of value, all wealth, all money is upon us. Galaxy, this is interesting. XRP almost perfectly follows the breakout pattern of the 2017 after 6 years of consolidation. The longer the consolidation, the bigger the price move, they say. Bigger the base, the higher in space. Also worth noting that 6 years in crypto is like 60 years in real life. It should be good. The next leg up for XRP. I hope you've been loading up on these dips. Mustache, altcoins, ETH is in the process of reclaiming the midline in the 2-week Gaussian channel. Each time it managed to do so, strong rallies follow the entire altcoin market 2021 and 2024 as example. Candles closes this week and so far is looking promising. And with that being said, Blockchain Daily News. Watch videos show Simpson episode from 1997 prophesies Ripple, XRP, and links to the 1996 NSA cryptography paper.
Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party.
work on Phoenix, which continues to be in kind of alpha/beta. Organized a different way, you start to see network structure. So out of that, we created a logo called the chart scaling.
Some of the creators of the XRP ledger actually had been early engineers that worked on Bitcoin, and they saw some of the scalability problems that Bitcoin's likely to have.
XRP hidden in plain sight. All the money, all the value. Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They want you out. They know what's coming. We know what's coming. And they can't stop it. And the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP. Richless, where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? I'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP bagman, the Moon Commander, BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss, and don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on the likey button. See you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
I hope you hold it a little strong, 'cause we about to boom soon. I hope you hold it a little strong, 'cause we about to boom soon. The road in limbo, staring out my window. I got the formula, stack them bags up and simple, and wait until we explode. I'll meet you at the disco. We just getting started like an intro. 589 the numbers, please, please call out bingo.